What's up, my nerds and geeks, my dorks and freaks? It's Avery here, and speaking on that, which is today's subject, I'm coming out of the closet officially to you guys. Get it? I always kind of posted some gay content, kinda obvious, um, but I didn't really get a chance to explain myself, really. Um, I'm transgender and pansexual. And I never really got to have a coming out story, really. So, here it is. So, my name used to be Abby, and I hated it. I mean, it's a beautiful name. I'll name my kid that if I ever have a daughter. You know, Abigail Lynn Lycan, which now is Avery Robert Lycan. And so here's the story of how I got to that. So by the time I was 3 years old, kids really don't see gender if you actually think about it. Being 3 years old, anyone could do whatever the heck they want. I was born in 2001, so I was like 2004-ish. So I didn't really care. Kids don't really have like boys do this and girls do this kind of mentality. It's just do whatever's fun. But I remember I had a problem as a kid of taking off my shirt and running around the house like a boy. And of course I was flat chested, so it wasn't really a big thing as long as there was just like family around. Like my mom, my brother, that was it. And I was little, so I mean it really didn't as babies they don't really care, you know. As I got older, they had to break the habit of like, okay, you can like you have to put on like shirts and stuff. I would always be forced to wear dresses, and it made me really uncomfortable. And it was sorry. It was a very uncomfortable experience. Like I felt like a man in a dress. I felt like a little boy wearing a dress, which in my opinion was not wrong. But it just wasn't for me, you know? And around this time too, I started to notice that I had crushes on women, which of course I was in denial of, saying that I was ever a man. So I was like, oh, I'm a woman, you know. Everyone just deemed me as a tomboy, which was wrong. Not saying all tomboys turn out to be transgender or gay. It's just, for a lot of us transgenders and gays, it's a kind of a sign for us. It makes more sense I don't know how to explain it where it makes sense, but it does. But anyways, I hate wearing dresses. I always wanted to wear a tuxedo. Like, I remember for pre-K, or it was more like a daycare pre-K type thing, and they had like picture day, and they would have you like playing a little piano, like really pretty cute pictures. And I remember they had a tux on a hanging hanger, and a little white dress on a hanger, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go get the tux. And they're like, no, sweetie, you gotta put on this. And I was like, but I want that, you know. And so that was about from the ages of like 3 to 5. And then kindergarten, I finally started, and I had long blonde hair. I'll probably find some pictures and edit it in, you know. But I had long blonde hair. I was still a tomboy, quote, quote. And I always wanted to play. I played with boys. I didn't really interact with girls. I didn't really relate to girls. I didn't quite understand, like, hey, this is, supposed to be the same gender, and, like, I was supposed to play with them. And I would always play with the boys, and I don't know if I can find it. I can't find it. But, oh, hold on a second, let me adjust this. Alright, sorry. My thing was falling. I can't really find it, but I read a paper. I don't know if anyone else did this in kindergarten, but it was like where you told what you, like, you had to write a thing and you get to draw a picture of what you did that weekend, or wherever you want, or and I remember saying at the age of 6, like, I wanted a blue mohawk, and it had to be blue because I was obsessed with dyeing hair, the little emo in me, and it was because it was one of the things I knew was possible. It was like rock or it was punk, and ironically, the first time I ever did put any color in my hair, it was blue. So, and I wanted a blue mohawk, and I don't know why, but okay, I literally remember it because it was like 2 sentences. It was, I will get a mohawk. It will be blue. Everyone will laugh at me. I will run away. And I remember my teacher questioning me this, like, what little girl wants a mohawk? And I'm like, oh, yeah, like, I forgot it was a girl, And it's genuine moments of forgetting that I was a girl and that girls are supposed to do this and yada yada. And by the time I was in 4th grade, I was 10 years old, 9 to 10, and at this point, YouTube had become really apparent in my life. 3rd grade, I hit puberty. I'm gonna be honest with you, not much, just metabolism changed, so I got a little bit of a curve, got a little bit of stomach, developing in my chest and everything, and that did not I did not like it. And then 4th grade, like 9 to 10, so I was 8 when I hit puberty. 9 or 10 years old, I got my first period. Now, I know this is gross, TMI, but as soon as I told my mom, and she called my grandma, and like every woman in our family was like, she's a woman now, and I was like, this is not supposed to be happening. Like, where's my penis? I didn't really say that because I grew up in a very Christian household, and looking back at it, I think my mom would have been supportive. She kind of questioned it, and I'll talk about that later. But it was kind of hard for me because at this point I already wore like very boy clothes. I didn't anything to associate with girls. My hair was cut here because when I was 6, I wanted my hair cut like Ellen DeGeneres, and my mom said no, it's not going to suit you because you have a round face, and I got it all shaved off, and we looking pretty cute. So, around this time, I also discovered my sexuality. Remember that when I said I was about 4, I discovered, hey, girls are kind of cute. I kind of want to be a wife, or I want one to be my wife kind of thing. Yeah, well, I went home. YouTube was a big part of my life, and I would listen to music like every kid does, apparently. And one of those was Stacy's mom, and this is the biggest joke. It's not a joke, but it's the funniest thing, like, in my life so far. Is I remember, like, 9 years old me, and I was like, oh, the music video for it is, like, Stacy's mom. And I was, like, watching it, and then it gets towards the end, if you've seen the end of the music video where she, like, is on the stripper pole type thing. And I don't know what the hell that awoke, but I was like, damn, Stacy's mom does got it going on. Oh shit, what's going on? So, my first attraction to girls, and I always thought boys were cute and everything. I still date boys, and I date everyone. I'm pansexual. So, let's see. Let's get around to middle school. I didn't really have a term for it, for my sexuality. And my gender just wasn't a thing at this point. I thought I was boyish because I was gay, and that's typical of gay women to do. Like a lot of like butch lesbians and stuff. That's what I had in my mind. That's not always the case. There are different types of people. You can be feminine, masculine, gay, straight, whatever the hell you want. So I thought I was, just bi. I didn't know what the heck bi meant. But both or something, I don't know. I didn't understand about the non-binary umbrella at the time. If I did, I would have loved it. But, yeah, that was that. And then 7th grade. No, wait, no. Ninth grade. I 8th grade I came out to everyone as pansexual. Ninth grade I came out as gender fluid. And because I figured out what non-binary was. And the non-binary umbrella. If you don't know, I'm just gonna put it to you this way. Okay. Male, female. Okay, yeah. Some people, male, female. Some people like to be in here. Some people like to flow between. Some people are like equally both. Bigender. But then there's like agender who are like, no, I'm out of the spectrum. Let's not do that. Devil horns. And a lot of people are like, yeah, we need to like, I'm just out of the spectrum. So, and a lot of, I thought I was gender fluid. It would make sense. I was very girly, but I could be very masculine because I went through a very hyper feminine phase in middle school. A lot of trans guys do it, and I was super hyper feminine. I was super emo too. I wanted to be like the hottest emo chick. And when I'm like the hottest emo dude, like obviously can't you see? But that concludes middle school, and then at the start of high school, I gender fluid, and I was gender fluid up until like the beginning of 10th grade year. And then I was like, what the heck? Oh, I'm agender, because obviously I don't want to be either gender. And now it's, and then from 10th grade to 11th grade, I was like, yeah, I'm agender, and even up until like 12th grade a little bit of 12th grade actually. I was like, I'm agender, which is under the non-binary umbrella, so I just say non-binary. Because it's kind of hard to explain to people when people are like, there's only 2 genders. Like, okay, Karen, shut the fuck up. But, I would, and then 12th grade year, so finally I was pansexual, like, didn't give a shit. 12th grade, came out as trans man. It took me 18 years to figure out, for all the fucking genders I have been, it took me 18 years to find out what the hell I actually was. And I couldn't be more proud. I'm trans and I wear makeup. I'm not like super feminine or anything. I do drag. I don't wear dresses or anything, but I keep some, so I can do drag and stuff. But that's just my coming out story. I really wanted to share because gender dysphoria sucks, and hopefully I'm trying to find a gender clinic right now so I can go get testosterone. So you guys have been with me since I was in 7th grade. I now just graduated high school. It feels weird. Quarantine's a bitch, but I wanted to graduate with a beard and a mustache, but quarantine, So, yeah. Thank you guys. And I will be responding to positive comments. I don't want to respond to negative comments, like the whole, like, there's only 2 genders thing, and people, like, calling me fake and everything, because it's not. When you have lived through so much, been through so much, I watched my mom die this year. It's a lot. And so, yeah. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to my coming out story. I can't even fathom that I'm doing this. I've always been open out. Like, I made a trans TikTok compilation because as a surprise I'm trans. So here's my story where I'm more in depth to that. Thank you. Floor gang for life.